Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Haiku Friday, June 19th, 2026. Yes, and I'm still not back in the studio downstairs, maybe because there's a painting that I have been needing to get busy on, but I've been so distracted by other projects. It it taunts me. So anyway, um, let's get started with some haikus. First one is from Max Q. Max writes, Freedom 250, America 250, red states versus blue states. Well, I'm just saying it started with a king and ending with a dictator, right? 250 years. Not a bad run for democracy, I would say. Maybe not the longest democracy, but we did okay. We did okay with our republic for a while. Oh, by the way, a republic is a form of democracy for those of you sticklers out there. And then Max Q wrote me saying, no, hopefully somebody wrote a poem about the reflecting pool. So I started writing one. And then Max Q sent me this one. I'm writing for you a reflecting pool haiku, murky and snot-green. Yes, and you know what's kind of cool about that, Max Q? I read this morning that the paint that they actually painted the bottom of this thing with the paint is floating to the top. So, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It's you know, again, the people who voted for this piece of shit really hated America and themselves. Anyway, thanks, Max Q. Here is one from Bill. And Bill sent a lovely picture. Bill's really doing a good job of staying with I'd say, the beauty of our world and reflecting that in haiku. And by golly, we need that. So here's Bill's, and I'm going to include the photo on Facebook. I can't really put the photo on the YouTube channel, but it'll be on Facebook and I'll have it on the website, haikufriday.com. Here's Bill's. A path with views of mountains wearing cloaks of white framed by fragrant pines. Ooh, yeah. And this haiku really does the photo justice. Thank you, Bill. Here was one from our pal Rikosan. In the dark distance, a sea of compromised souls beyond redemption. Oh, yeah. Nice job, Rikosan. Nice job. And truly, actually, Rikosan, I'm wearing a shirt that you got me years ago. Sasquatch at the helm of a UFO or spaceship to Sasquatch. He knows what he's flying. Thanks, Rico-san. I appreciate it. All right, here's mine. And of course, I jumped to the bait of writing a haiku about the reflecting pool. An apt metaphor, graft-fueled sewage reflection of a dipshit con. That's my second one from me. Sasquatch Pilgrimmage, a spectral burg partying, hear fantastic words. And here it could be H-E-A-R or H-E-R-E. I picked H-E-A-R. Anyway, that concludes this very, very formal portion of Haiku Friday. What is going on with me? Well, you may notice that I have a black eye. Well, it's more of a purple eye this morning. What happened? Well, we were taking, Sarah and I were taking our nephew to go shopping for his 14th birthday. And our thing is we always give the kids a little bit of money, and then we take them shopping, we take them to dinner, our grandkids. And so we took Jack to Northtown Mall. He's a skateboard guy, so um, we went to Zoomies. But on the way there, something caught my eye, and it was caught my eye. And it was something that said something like mouth candy. And I was staring at this storefront that said mouth candy, and I was thinking, well, what kind of candy? Isn't that where candy goes in your mouth? What kind of place would have, if you're not a candy store, what are you selling? And they were selling grills, the grills that you put in your mouth, as in hip hop artists to make their mouth look gnarly with metal and jewels and whatnot. You know, the kind of thing that you avoided when you had braces, trying to look like. And so I'm gawking at this storefront, and I ran right into a pillar in Northtown Mall. And it made a resounding, huge noise. And I staggered away and kept walking as things started to dim around me. Things were dimming out, and Sarah said something like, what happened? And then somebody else walked out of the store and yelled, "Are you okay?" And I just said, "I should watch where I'm going." That's what I said. Because I really didn't know if I was okay or not. And then Sarah said, "Your glasses are back there." So she picked up my glasses, and they were all bent up. And my bell had been rung, and my head hurt, and my eye hurt, and I staggered around for a while in the skateboard shop. Tried not to bleed on anything. That's my goal in shopping, not to bleed on people's merchandise. So that's why I have this right there. And there we go. Okay, so that is the story of the black eye. Pride Festival went good last weekend, Saturday. My poem went well Friday night at the trans rights rally. And then Saturday, we set up and did the most flawless broadcast yet of the Pride Parade. As usual, there's gaps in the Pride Parade. People were right at the beginning, but some people, I don't know what their problem is. They're late getting started. So, I mean, there's no reason for it right at the beginning, but people leave these gaps. So I just make up floats. I make up floats and acrobatic dancers and whatnot. So I did that as usual. Ran into a couple of buddies from the fire department. Actually, 4 buddies from the fire department. 5, including the fire engine when it showed up. So anyway, that was fun. And everything went well. And then I went back to the Pride Parade or Pride Festival. And it was so huge. I mean, tens of thousands of people. Just huge. And you know, so many booths and so many churches there. So much stuff. So much happiness there. Joyfulness. I have to say, I hate to say this, but I was a little overwhelmed by the joy. I wish I could have had like as tenth as much joy stretched out over 10 days, but I just had no reservoir to put all this joy. I walked through it, big smile on my face, had a good time, and then rode the bus home. But it was wonderful. It was a wonderful thing. I just wish it would last longer. Maybe that's it. What? Oh, I've been working on my shrine, my firefighter type of shrine thing that I'm putting out in the garden. Still got a lot of work to do on it, but it's coming along nicely. And of course, The Bigfoot Festival, as indicated by my haiku up in Medellin Falls this weekend. Saturday is when most of the stuff takes place, and they will have at least one speaker telling stories of their encounter and showing pictures. I love it. I love it. I love people telling stories. And I would wish there was a Bigfoot. I don't hate to say it, I don't think there probably is, but I hope there is. That'd be really cool. Um, yes, I'm skeptical about a lot of things. That extends to Bigfoot. But um, I like the idea. I like the idea. And I like people have had encounters with something that have yielded wonderful stories. So I'm in it for the stories. I'm in it for the fun. And maybe I'll even do some interviews of people there. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Um, I guess that kind of concludes it. That kind of concludes Haiku Friday. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next week. Have a great weekend and a great week. Bye now. Oh, go to haikufriday.com.